Ravi was heading home late one night when he heard a faint sound, a tiny mule coming from a garbage bin. He was tired, but curiosity got the better of him. He lifted the lid and inside, shivering in a torn plastic bag, was a tiny black kitten. Her eyes weren't just reflecting the streetlight, they were glowing, a strange hypnotic gold. Ravi couldn't just leave her. He gently scooped her up, tucking her under his jacket to warm her up. "Come on, little one," he murmured. "I'll call you Neera." From that night on, his life changed. Neera grew, but not like a normal cat. She grew fast, way too fast. Within a few months, she was the size of a small dog, with powerful muscles rippling under her sleek, midnight black fur. His friends would joke, saying she looked more like a black shepherd than a house cat. Ravi would just laugh it off. That is, until the night a group of guys cornered him in a dark alley. Before he could even react, Neera launched herself in front of him. She stood on her hind legs, snarling like a trained guard dog, her golden eyes blazing. The gang didn't stick around to find out what she was. They fled into the night. Ravi just stared at her, his heart pounding. What are you?" he whispered. A few days later, a brutal storm hit the city. Lightning lit up his apartment, and in one blinding flash, Neera did something impossible. She dragged her sharp claws through the air, and the space in front of her tore open, revealing a glowing crack in reality. "Ravi, follow," she said. Her voice was clear, human-like, and it sent a shockwave through him. Before his mind could even process what was happening, the crack in space pulled them both in. They landed hard in a twisted alien world. The sky pulsed with a sickly red light, and the mountains themselves seemed to breathe. Strange, wolf-like creatures with feline faces cautiously approached them. Neera's relatives. "Please," she said, her voice now trembling with desperation, "you have to save my people." From the shadows, a monstrous figure rose. It was an enormous beast made of bone, twisted metal, and pure darkness. The Eclipse King. It had enslaved her world. Ravi had no weapons, no plan, only Neera. But as the monster charged, Neera transformed, growing into a towering guardian, her eyes now burning like twin suns. The battle was chaos. Neera slashed through limbs of steel and bone while Ravi, fueled by adrenaline, scrambled onto the monster's back, tearing at a glowing core embedded in its spine. With a final, sky-splitting roar, the Eclipse King collapsed. Neera's people were free. Ravi stayed for what felt like weeks, but one morning Neera nudged him. "It's time to return," she said softly. The world dissolved around him and he jolted awake in his own bed. No Neera, no red sky, just the familiar sounds of his city. "It was just a dream," he whispered, relieved but also strangely sad. Shaken, he went outside for some air. The streets were quiet until he heard it. A soft, trembling mewl from a nearby garbage bin. Ravi froze. He slowly lifted the lid. Inside, a tiny black kitten with glowing golden eyes looked up at him and purred, and behind her, the air began to shimmer, bending as if a crack was waiting to open. The loop had begun again.